Hi everyone. Hey, doesn't that look yummy? It's tomato season, or at least it's the beginning of tomato season, and I thought we'd do something real cool. This is crab top tomato slices. Check this out. So of course the first thing we need is tomatoes. That's my first one out of the garden. That's a half one my daughter used, and then we got the other two. I'm not sure how many we're going to end up with, so I'm going to cut them up and we're going to see. Oh, look how nice and red that is. You don't want them super thin. You want a little bit of thickness to them. And the one thing I would probably change in this recipe, well, there's two things. But the one thing up front is once we're done slicing, I'd probably put a little oil on top and throw them in the oven to bake for about 10 minutes. Just to kind of par bake them, because you've got the crab topping on top. And well, the back side's going to cook. The front side's kind of covered in the topping. It doesn't quite get there like you like it. And the pieces aren't going to waste. I'm going to make a dish with them later this week. And it's not a meal. I guess if you made enough, it could be a meal. This is a great side dish. Beautiful side dish for this time of the year. Oh, here's our tomatoes. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slices. I probably could have made another 4 anyway. But there's only the 2 of us, so that was more than enough. But we need a pan with parchment paper, of course. And we're going to get our tomatoes set up, because that's the hardest part, right? Getting your tomatoes all lined up and looking good. And like I said, I'm doing 8, so they should fit fairly well. At least I thought so at first. I didn't bunch them up quite enough. There's only 8. How could I not figure that out? Well, there. Our tomatoes are ready for the topping. Let's put them aside. All right, next up we need a half a red pepper, and I could have put a little more in too. Chopped up really small. That's the fun part, getting them small. It's a lot smaller than I even like. But for this recipe, it works just fine, and we'll put that aside into a bowl. Just like that. All right, here's our bowl. And to that, well, the recipe called for 8 ounces of mascarpone cheese. So I've got that tin, but I only put half in, and that was more than enough. And if you want a little kick, throw some grated Parmesan in it, because that would do it. This is 1 teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning. If you don't have that, any kind of seafood seasoning will do. I think there should have been more than that 1 teaspoon. So we're doing a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and of course that's always to your taste. Now we're going to throw in some lemon zest, and we need 1 to 1.5 teaspoons. So basically I'm just going to keep on zesting till I run out of skin on this lemon, and that ought to be enough, I think. Okay, that is hot sauce, just a dash, unless you're crazy. Now here's my crab meat. Okay, it's not really crab meat, it's fake crab meat. I can't really afford the real crab meat. So, you know, I can still do it without getting the real thing. And then I feel good about myself. So we've broken it all up into pieces because it does come in chunks. Only to realize once again that, you know, I do need a bigger bowl. So scrape everything in that bigger bowl. And we'll give her a mix so it's all nice and combined. Just like that. Now here's our red peppers we minced up. And they can go in. And I guess if you had finely chopped onions, you could throw them in too. Or even celery if you wanted. The choice is yours. I didn't do it. But here's our tomatoes. This is not hard. Nice big forkful. And you kind of want to mush it on top. Kind of like that. You don't want it falling off the sides. But you do want enough to be able to taste it. Then mush it around, mush, mush, mush. And there you go. That looks pretty good. Now we just got to do the other 8 using the same method. And you know we're going to have leftovers. Like I said, I could have done 12 and there would have been enough filling for the 12. But we wouldn't have eaten them all in one sitting. So there you go. I put that aside until I want to make it again. Then I don't even have to make the crab filling. I can just slice up the tomatoes. So they're going to go in the oven, 375, 12 to 15 minutes, until they come out kind of golden brown like that. So let's get her on a plate. Ooh, these look good. Check that out. I think we got a winner here. Something a little different with tomatoes. Looks like a great summertime side dish to me. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this and any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.